Venezuela. I called it with a lot of different countries. And this country is going down. If we don't win this election, the election coming up on November 5th is the most important election this country's ever had. Because if we don't win it, I don't know that there'll be another election. And it's going to be a communist country or close.
And there's a lot of people listening to this, myself included.
As President Obama said in an address to the United Nations only a month or so ago, laudable efforts to restrict speech can become a tool to silence critics or oppress minorities. The strongest weapon against hateful speech is not repression, it is more speech. And that's the essence of my thesis.
This is the only country where I got attacked on the streets.
What happened?
Just three big guys tried to grab my phone from my hands. I was tweeting about the fact that I just met the founder of Twitter. That seemed like a right idea for me back then to do. And I got attacked. I didn't want to let them have my phone. They probably didn't expect resistance. So I snatched my phone back. There was a short fight with the guys. There was a little bit blood involved. But I managed to run away and decided I should probably
They probably don't mug a lot of Russians. They might have been surprised.
Well, they were much taller than me, I must
bet.
admit. And there were three of them. But I think I put up a good fight.
Yeah.
It's if you taught a child from first grade on how to use some new universal language, I mean, essentially like a Rosetta Stone, and something that's done that interprets your thoughts, and you can convey your thoughts with no room for interpretation, with clear, very clear, where you know what a person's saying, and you can tell them what you're saying, and there's no need for noises, no need for mouth noises, no need for
Yes.
these sort of accepted ways that we've sort of evolved to make sounds that we all agree. We through our cultural dictionary and we agree or certain we could bypass all that.
Yeah, I mean, you can still do it for
fun,
sentimental reasons,
right? Like campfires.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need campfires. I mean, you don't need to roast marshmallows, but it's kind of fun.
Right.
All of it. All of it.
Since I met you, we've discussed UFOs. UFOs have been around. They've been talking about them since Jesus left Chicago.
Right.
But the last 3 fucking years, everybody's seen fucking UFOs.
Yeah.
How about that Miami shit? Come on. Come on, dog.
The
Miami shit
people
was
who
good.
did coke for 40 years.
Yeah.
That's what you saw. You didn't see no fucking aliens. But that's what they're selling all over. Now people from the Navy.
It's a distraction.
All of a sudden, all these pilots. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going here and they were
so
driving
fake.
right next to me, waving
it's
at
so
me.
fake.
Really?
When you say these guys are getting in trouble on TikTok, like I'm not on TikTok, so like
Of course not. You're not a pedophile.
Yeah. So what specifically are they putting up on TikTok that's getting them in trouble?
Showing off, like blowing shit up, and I don't look at it. I don't want to go on TikTok for any reason. I don't care about anything on it. But we have on Jimmy's show. We show clips. You know, like the clip of Wolf Blitzer. You ever see a clip of Wolf Blitzer, where he has the I don't know what rank the guy is. This is in the early part of the war, and the guy's English is not usually they have pretty good English, but his isn't great, right? And Wolf, who used to work for AIPAC, okay, Wolf's not a pro on the side of everything dude, right? And he goes, so they just blew up some refugee camp and to get this one guy, to get this one Hamas, and Wolf's like, wait, you blew up before. There's 400 and 500 people at that camp. And you're like, hey, that's war.
We have also seen comments from Israeli lawmakers trying to justify the, rape of Palestinians. Have you seen those remarks?
So obviously, with respect to the last question, there is no justification for rape of anyone. As I said, there must be zero tolerance for sexual assault of detainees. And with respect to comments that have been made by people in the Israeli government or protests or attempts to interfere with the judicial system, the military judicial system in Israel.
This state's got different laws. I like this one better. Bye. Yeah. That's it. We don't have an agreement where we're not paying alimony. I wasn't married to you, bitch. Like, I gotta go.
Yeah, see you later.
Gotta go see bye.
Yeah.
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 Figure it out.
I get the random California letter like, are you sure you don't owe us any money? Like, I haven't lived there in 10 fucking years. I haven't been there in 5.
I mean, when you have a $34 or $32 billion deficit,
you cast it out there, see if you can catch it.
You got to fucking send dudes out. Like, let's go.
But now they're talking about, here's one of the things that I've always found interesting, because everyone knows this and no one says it. When they talk about the top 1% of the 1%, that they don't pay income tax, the average, the guy that makes 80,000, 100,000 a year is paying a higher percentage than those guys. Well, yes, because you know what billionaires don't get?
One of the disaster's most unlikely survivors, and he did it thanks to industrial amounts of liquor. So this dude got super duper hammered before he went in the water, and somehow or another it helped him survive. It was an almost physiologically impossible feat of survival.
And I think I'll probably start by saying, as I was saying, prior to being so horribly interrupted, but
so rudely interrupted by an assassination attempt.
No, but the chart.
Some people have no manners.
Elon, the chart was just a chart that in my last week we had the best illegal immigration numbers, meaning stopping. It was at the lowest. You've seen the chart. It's become quite a famous chart. But that was the lowest point ever recorded. It was a really, I was very proud of those numbers. And then you see what happened with these people, Kamala and Joe. You see what happened.
Children. We watched the clouds coalesce and gather. We watched them form for decades from a distance as they approached our borders. We heard the clap of thunder echo in our minds and rattle down through the halls of our capitals. We have, most of us, become complacent, unaware, and disengaged while the darkness grew and unfolded around us. Slowly, then all at once. This threat is real. What we face is a hurricane of deceit and moral decay with the goal of absolute power. We face a true battle of good versus evil. If we stand by and do nothing, evil will triumph. But that is not our fate.